Hello everyone, I am Buckwsr putting the do into do-it-yourself, and today I have the privilege of working on this Craftsman snowblower that dates back to 1986. Yes, this was delivered to me by a guy who said it had previously belonged to his dad and prior to that to his granddad. So this is a priceless third generation heirloom. And it's a Craftsman 20-inch single-stage snowblower with a 3.5 horsepower Tecumseh engine. Now I'm doing a variety of maintenance on it, but the issue that we are dealing with and hoping to resolve today has to do with replacing the chain because the auger is chain driven. Let's take a look back in there. You can see that gear and then an idler gear right above that. The chain has come off, it broke, and we need to resolve it together. Now, a couple of things before we do the project. Chain, of course, had fallen off, and I have it laid out here on my desk. Now, what you have here, this is a number 35 chain, and it's exactly 24 inches long, and it's composed of 64 links. Plus the connector link, and in our case it is the connector link that broke and failed and it's gone. So we have two options. We could reuse this chain and just get a new connector link. The connector link would be Craftsman part number 21533. Alternately, we can replace the whole chain, and that's going to be our plan today. That's Craftsman part number 50511. After all, from 1986 makes this about 34, almost 35 years old. So we're just going to go ahead and replace the whole chain. Well, we got to take this cover off. So I got one screw here, two it's missing there, three is missing, four is missing. So we're going to try to get some more of those. Here's another one right here. These look like 5/16 screws and bolts, whatever you want to call them. So let's see about getting this off and taking a look under the cover for what we need to do. Here. Alright, so it's really interesting because though the mechanism is chain driven, prior to that, here's the gear for you. Probably can't see that, can you? So our chain is going to wrap around this toothed gear here down through that opening in the shroud, and then of course I showed you under here previously where the chain wraps around. But prior to that point, it is a belt driven mechanism, and this is one of those engines that have two drive shafts, one coming off the crankshaft and the other off the camshaft. I guess that's how it's set up, and the one turns the belt and your drive wheels, and the other your auger. So yeah, that's pretty much how it's set up. I didn't talk to the guy about maybe replacing these belts, because if they are original then they're 34 years old, but everything under here does look okay. But it's here where we're going to connect that new chain. So let's set about doing that, and I'll show you how we're going to do it. Okay, we've moved outside and it's time to install the new chain on the snowblower auger. There it is right here, brand new. I had misspoken earlier. I said it was a 64 links. It's actually 32 links with 64 pins and rollers, which includes the connector link, just to be clear on our number 35 chain. So there's a sprocket in there, and then up here you can see a a tensioner sprocket, which is adjustable and will slide along here. So I'm going to loosen that and see if we can just give us as much slack as we need to start. And then we'll wrap the chain around here, which is the drive sprocket, through here, where my finger is, over the tensioner sprocket and around the sprocket on the auger shaft. And I got to put you up on a tripod, and I hope you'll be able to see this okay. Windy today. Close, but not quite yet. Okay. Connector link is on. Oops. Next, this piece. And finally, a retaining clip. Get them on there. Now it's a matter of tightening up, adjusting our tensioner sprocket. Right here. All right, I gotta get a wrench to hold the other side, but all right, I'm gonna get a wrench for the inside. We'll tighten that down, and then we'll lubricate that chain and see how it looks. Okay, that should do it. So chain's back on. I have decided I'll go ahead and order the belts here, the drive belts, and we'll replace them, put our cover back on, and we should be good to go. Well, okay, our chain's back on. I've replaced the belts up here. Haven't put the cover back on, but wanted to try it out first. and make sure everything was working okay. All that really remains is to fire it up and see how our new chain is operating and make sure everything's good to go. Well, I'm satisfied with that. That seems to be running very smoothly, and our new belts and chain is got this baby ready for the next snowfall. Can't really put it under any real load because there's no snow out here. Well, we will be ready when the time comes. I hope this video has been of help to you. If you've got one of these old Craftsman snowblowers or a similar model that uses the chain-driven auger, I think our project was very successful. I appreciate your comments and questions if you want to leave one, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next video. So it's Buckwsr saying I'll see you then. Bye.